like life flight is coming in for a landing, maybe. Yep, sure is. There's a hospital right over there. I'm just south of Indianapolis. Hopefully it's just like a practice flight or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm on 65, just south of Indy. It's 7:51 now, only because I'm on Eastern time, but I'll be back in Central by the time I park tonight. You kind of bebop in between Eastern and Central while you're going down 65. It can get a little confusing if you don't know what you're paying attention to. And then my fridge is in one of its modes with the rattling. That's annoying. Oh, there it goes. That's better. Oh, there it starts again. Oh, well. What are you doing, trucker? You need over or something? Or is there a bear sitting in the middle? Oh, no turn signal? What are you doing? That was kind of rude. There's no distance warning. Don't blink at me. He was continuing to move. I mean, I expect no turn signals from cars. Oh, look, it works. So, okay. You don't have an excuse then, other than being dumb. So, I've got my load going from Wisconsin to Tennessee. I delivered on Monday. Got 6.5 hours left to go. I think there's a truck stop down near where I'm stopping, so I won't be too far from my delivery come Monday morning. So that'll be nice. Trying to get as many miles today as I can, because this goes on this week's paycheck until midnight tonight. I don't know how other companies do it. Every company is different when they cut off their miles. Some of them are Fridays, some of them are Saturdays, some of them are Sundays. Just depends on the company. But the one I work for now, everything that you drive up until midnight on Saturday goes on that week's paycheck, and if you drive on Sunday, it goes on the next week. So I try and get as many miles as I can, because I've already got some decent miles for the week. I haven't looked yet, but they're pretty good. I've gotten a couple of good runs this week, so it all adds up. Compared to the week before, it was not a good week, so I'll take it. You kind of have to take the good with the bad. That's the one thing about trucking, is it's very hard to try and plan like a budget or anything like that, because you never know what you're going to bring home or how much you're going to make until the end of that week. You can't plan ahead unless you run dedicated and you're hourly. Then it's damn near impossible. You know, I've been at this company for over a year now, and I've never got the same paycheck twice, because my miles are different every week. You know, one week I got 1,000 miles, and another week I got 4,000 miles. Like, how do you budget for that? You don't. You just kind of, the weeks that you have good pay, you make sure you save a little bit for the weeks that you don't. That's about as good as you can work on having a budget. Enjoy the good weeks, but plan for the crappy ones, because you're going to have them. When you have good weeks, the paychecks are nice, I'll be honest. It's a lot of work. Like, truckers are expected to work 70 hours a week, which is almost double what the average American works at 40 hours a week. And a lot of those hours we don't get paid for because most of us out here are not hourly. We're either a percentage of the load or by the mile, which means if you're not moving, you're stuck in traffic for 3 or 4 hours, which I have been, because there was a fatality. You don't get paid for that. You know, you shut down because of weather, you don't get paid for that. So it's definitely one of those types of industries where you have to plan ahead. Plan for the worst and pray for the best, you know? And make sure when you get those good weeks, set some of that money aside. You'll get good weeks. Especially if you've got a clean background, clean MVR, clean everything, and you get a couple years under your belt, you'll have those companies knocking on your door begging you to come work for them. I know I get at least one phone call a week or an email that says, hey, do you want to come work for our company? You know? And every company has its pros and cons. It's just a matter of the things that are important to you. And how much you like moving trucks and switching companies and learning new routes and new lanes and new policies and procedures, and it can be a headache, and most drivers just stick with what they've got and what they know because it's just easier. Considering the way the industry is, it's hard enough without constantly having to switch companies and try and find a penny a mile more, or whatever the case may be. So, for me, maintenance is very important because I'm very safety conscious, and I do very thorough pre-trips and post-trips. And so I tend to find more than your average trucker when it comes to things that need repaired, or things that need attention before they need repaired. So, those things get fixed before they become a problem. So for me, the maintenance in this company is far surpasses anything I've ever been at any other company. There's no shortcutting. There's no being told no. Like I said, hey, I got a couple of drives that need replaced. They're getting close. They're like, all right, we'll just do a DVIR, send a picture with your tread depth gauge, so that way we have it for the record, and go ahead, get new tires. We have an account at Love's, so they approve it. Love says, yep, we'll do it. I got new tires. You know, there's never any question. If I express a concern, my maintenance company knows me at this point, or my maintenance department knows me at this point. They know that if I'm saying, hey, this needs done, it's a legitimate request. Like, I'm not being frivolous about it, but they also know that safety is very important to me, and my maintenance department is also very safety conscious. So, over a year, and they've never told me no on any maintenance request I've had. And they've always gone above and beyond when it comes to maintenance. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why I stay here, because maintenance is so important when you're going down the road. Like, right now, the load I've got, I'm sitting at like 79,500. I'm an 80,000 pound missile going down the road. You got all these people that are on the road driving the cars and the four-wheelers. Like, we call those cars and trucks, those are four-wheelers. They're drunk, they're dumb, they're stupid, they don't know how to drive, whatever. And we have to watch out for them. We have to watch out for other truckers that are playing on their phones. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we got to watch out for, because we have a lot more chance of killing somebody than like one of those vehicles in front of me. And I don't think it's taken very seriously by the people that drive cars. They don't realize that. Like, at 80,000 pounds, I take a long time to come to a complete stop. I can't just stop on a dime or get out of the way or move quickly at all. I can't get through an intersection quick. You know, I can't leave a red light when it turns to green. I can't stomp on the gas and get through that intersection fast. I'm going through that intersection at 7 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour, you know, with my foot down to the floor. We don't move fast. Nothing happens fast in the trucking industry. So, and people in cars don't understand that, ever. So just something to keep in mind. If you're driving a car, if you're around a truck, we got blind spots and we can't move fast. So give us some space. Because not everybody's as careful as I am when I'm driving, when they're driving. You know, I check mirrors, I'm looking miles ahead. I'm looking to see if trucks are moving out of the right lane. There might be a broke down on the right side. I'm reading the sign. You know, I'm watching traffic all the way up ahead. As far up as I can possibly see it. So that way I'm better prepared before I get somewhere where I have to make a quicker decision. I'm checking my left lane here next to me to make sure if I do have to move over quickly, can I move over? Like, here's an exit. I'm assuming that there's probably going to be an entrance ramp on the other side of this. So, just in case there's traffic on that ramp that is merging into my lane, I'm going to check my left lane and see, can I move over? Right now, no, I can't. There's a rig that's getting ready to pass me. So I have to pay attention. I can see the whole ramp right now. There's nobody there. Nobody at that light, nobody turning, nobody on the ramp, so I don't even have to worry about moving over. But I knew that that truck was there, so if there was somebody on that ramp, I would know that I'd have to slow down well ahead of time. Or he moved quicker than I expected him to. Now I could move over to the left if I needed to. You know, it's just paying attention to that sort of thing. And you guys can do that in cars too. You know, you're on a bridge where you can see that ramp. Just because I'm in a truck, yeah, I can see further because I'm sitting up a lot higher. But you guys can see those ramps too. Check those ramps. See if you've got a truck that's coming up. Somebody hauling triples or doubles. Give them some space. Move over for them. You know, it's not that hard. If you just pay attention to the road, put your bones down, and pay attention. Open your eyes. Don't pay attention to 7 seconds in front of you. Pay attention a mile ahead of you. Pay attention to your left lane, your right lane. What's going on behind you? What's going on as far ahead of you as you can see? And it'll just make everybody around you safer. You, your kids, the school bus that's in front of you, full of other people's kids. You know, if somebody's truck, heaven forbid, is 80,000 pounds and they're going down a hill and all of a sudden they blow an airline or something and they have no brakes, or something weird happens, then, I mean, if they blow an airline and their brakes are going to lock up and then everybody's screwed. And that's just a dangerous thing. But if they don't have brakes for some other reason, you know, pay attention. If it looks like a truck is out of control, back up and give them space. Back up and give them space. Pull over into a rest area if somebody's driving dumb. Wait for 5 minutes and let them get down the road ahead of you so you don't have that problem. When I get stuck in a whole mess of trucks and everybody's basically going the same speed and everybody's just trying to leapfrog each other and there's just a ton of traffic, I'll pull over into the closest rest area and I'll just park for 5 or 10 minutes and just let that cluster get away from me, because that's just asking for an incident. And I don't want to be involved in that. You know, because these vehicles are too big to be messing around with that kind of dumb shit. Tailgating each other and, you know, tailgating cars. I can't do any of that. I've been doing this too long and I've seen way too much shit that I know what can happen. And I don't drive with the thought in my head that it's not going to happen to me. Because it absolutely can, if you're not careful. So, the thought of the day this morning as I meander down 65 in Indiana is just be careful and give the trucks some room. We appreciate it. When somebody lets us over if we're passing, or somebody lets us over because there's a broke down on the side, we see it and we appreciate it. If you see us flash our little looks like we might hit our brakes, but we know most of the time we hit our four ways or a button that allows our tail lights to flash. That's a thank you. Thank you for letting us over. We appreciate it. That's how truckers talk. You know, we'll flash our headlights to let you know you can go in front of us, or another truck can, or behind if you let us over. Thank you. We definitely appreciate that. You know, I don't know so much about the foreign drivers. I don't really see them communicate that way with, at least with me. And it's getting to be an older thing that just the older truck drivers do. I don't know if the new guys aren't learning it, or they aren't, you know, the instructors don't teach common courtesy kind of things because it's not part of school, you know, with this whole CDL school requirement crap. I don't know. I just know that back in the old days, that was just a courtesy, you know, and that's what you did. So, maybe we can bring that back. Maybe if more four-wheelers understand how we communicate on the road, they'll understand how to drive around us. You know? Anyways, that's enough. I'll get off my